Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video where today we continue our quest to reach the epitome of iRacing skill, the fabled 10k iRacing. However, as I'm sadly not the fastest person in the world, my goal is to achieve 10,000 iRating across all 4 divisions combined. We are currently at this iRacing level, and can we continue to move closer to our goal? Let's do this thing. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we kickstart 2024 in Le Mans LMDH cars here at the Circuit de la Sarthe. Yeah, I thought this might hopefully be a good way to kick off the new year. Of course, if you're new around here, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed. Want to try and hit 10k in the next couple of months. But of course, yeah, got plenty of exciting iRacing content coming up, and I'll be honest, this is practice and preparation for the Daytona 24 towards the end of the month. Yes, I will be live, hopefully here on this channel and over on my Twitch for the entirety of the 24 hours, and I'm hopefully going to be driving the Acura GTP car. It's either going to be that or maybe the Merc or the Audi in GT3, but I thought I know how to drive those cars-ish, so I thought I better get some GTP practice in. We got a GTP GT3 split today, no LMP2 cars to be found, and yeah, a 45-minute IMSA race here from the iconic de la Sarthe circuit. Looking forward to this, and let's go green flag racing then. Starting at the back of the field, I'm the lowest I-rated person in this lobby, at least in the GTP cars. So yeah, the game is not expecting me to do particularly well, and with the exception of Petit Le Mans, never done a race in this car as well. Done obviously plenty of practice laps, but yeah, I've never actually raced the Acura either as well. Immediately have a look down the inside. Oh, someone at the first couple of corners. That guy's going to go for a bit of a spin as well. Good start, mate. Oh, I've got to be so careful. These things obviously have got traction control, but not particularly easy still to manage it. This BMW going to have a look back around my outside, down the bottom of the hill. But yeah, honestly, I'm using this more just to gain a bit of experience, gain a bit of seat time, and of course, you know, as always, try and get a bit of practice in regards to obviously going around the GT3 cars, because we should lap them at least once today. Might be twice. I don't actually know kind of what's going to happen here, to be completely honest. We can see a big gaggle of cars in front. I feel like this car's limited, a lot slower than I would ever expect it to be. But of course, yeah, hoping that we see the Acura at Le Mans next year, as it's been definitely an incident of some sort down at the first Mulsanne chicane. Luckily, we were far enough back that we're going to be able to avoid it to the best of our abilities there. But yeah, hoping Acura come to Le Mans next year. Really want to cover more of World Endurance as well. I want to watch it and enjoy it. And maybe I'll make some content on the IRL series as well over the course of 2024 there, as you can still see a lot of drivers desperately trying to go defensive from each other down the end of the second chicane. I'm really just not pushing at all at the start of this one. Just want to settle into a rhythm and kind of see what happens here. Running the balanced energy attack mode. Won't be moving that around or anything like that. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. It's not like the old LMP1 cars where you had to really micromanage it. So we've had another instant down at, not Tetra Rouge, is it Mulsanne Corner? Yep, another car there off on the inside. He was running quite high up the order, so that is a bitter pill to swallow for them. You've got a good qualifying lap in. I did try and qualify, just got a 0x actually going through the Porsche curves, which wrecked my chances in the end, which is a bit of a shame, but certainly, you know, wasn't too worried about starting this one right towards the rear of the field either, as through Indianapolis we go. I'll give people credit. So far, actually, this has been fairly, you know, there's been a few little bumps and scrapes here and there. A couple of cars have gone off, but it's been a fairly well-tempered start to an IMSA race here. Long Beach next week. Don't know if I'm going to do that. That one seems rather scary, but yeah, we'll hopefully be jumping in more with the GTPs over the course of the season, as that guy clearly, I think, has picked up some damage, or has decided he wants to go to the back of the field for whatever reason. So we've definitely made up a few spots then. I reckon we've probably made up 5 or 6 on this opening lap. A top 20 here I would really take quite happily, but of course, yeah, just far more interested in looking to survive this first race. And nice as well that we are seeing a bit of variety with the other cars. You know, got a Cadillac behind me, seen a couple of BMWs kicking around. Obviously, I'm in the Acura. Can't remember the other car off the top of my head whilst I'm trying to drive. BMW, Caddy, Acura, and
clear left.
Porsche, of course.
Keep it up.
Yeah, I think we've seen a couple of Porsches around as well. You know, you'd hope so at this iconic circuit. And there we go. I wanted to be top 20, and we've achieved that by the end of lap 1. They're still snagging the brakes slightly through that first chicane, but tyres now getting up to temperature, so not been a bad start here from Le Mans. A couple of guys heading side by side as we make our way down the Mulsanne once more. Just hear it. Gets on the red line so early, does the Acura here. Won't even top out at 200 miles an hour as the Cadillac certainly had a little bit more straight line speed. I thought he might have picked up a slowdown though. Did drop back into the braking zone there, but doesn't seem to have lost anything. But yeah, maybe this thing not particularly strong in a straight line, so might spend a lot of our afternoon staring at the gearbox of other cars around me.
I think your pit window for fuel
should
open after 15 minutes.
Of course, it's the other horrible thing here at Le Mans is you never quite know. It's always difficult to kind of work out where the braking markers are when you're in traffic, as what on earth is that guy doing? Came across my nose and has wiped out 3 other people in the process. I get a 4X for it. Don't feel like there was a lot I could have done in that situation, but clearly wanted to try and force an issue, and we'll claim some freebies. Thanks, I guess. No. Try and get out of the way. I managed to get a slowdown for that. That's rather impressive. Oh, come on, I'm on a curb or something. Yep. So we'll shred the rear tyres, and immediately as I gained a load of freebies, I'm gonna go and lose them. Yeah, this guy's definitely got damage though, so should be hopefully able to get out. What is this guy's problem?
Still there.
What is his problem? I think that's the same guy that tried to block me. And he's clearly wounded. So yeah, I really don't quite get what his game plan is today, but he's not a happy driver. But we will make it back through. He's going to let the next guy pass fairly calmly. I really don't know what his problem is. Oh, yellows, someone's gone. Careful on the rejoin, sir. That'll be another freebie then, so we're back into P19. Yeah, felt like I'm closing in, though, on this little group of cars just in front. Obviously, this should be my first clean lap of the session, so we get an actual idea of what my pace looks like around this venue. I'll be happy if we're under the 3.5-minute lap time. But, yeah, I feel like we can still definitely bag some iRacing today. Someone running slow just in front, but sending it through the final corner. Someone else might have just had an issue there. We are going to do a 3:27. I'm very happy with that. Oh, guy in front of me. A little bit of a lock up there. Thank you very much. We'll have another freebie. Devon making a bit of a mistake. And we've got a 3-car scrap in front, which would pretty much bring us to the top half of the field. Let's not forget, this was a last question mark challenge, in air quotes. Apparently more cars getting involved in incidents, and you can see, yeah, I think that's Syed there making a little bit of an error, so we've kind of caught up to the back of a big train again at this stage of the day. I mean, if you look at the relative just above myself, you can see we're actually setting a lot better lap times than most people up and down the field, with the exception of some of our front runners. There's a Porsche as well in this race, which is nice to see. So everyone braking a lot earlier than I was expecting there, and the Porsche spinning a lot sooner there than I was expecting. Oh, that was a little bit scary. Kind of just plow on the brake and pray you don't get collected. Did lose a little bit from that, but luckily it wasn't a body panel, as Syed and Craig then went side by side just in front of me still. Really thinking these cars too wide here is ideal. A bit of a guy lagging in front, but tell you what, they've made it work. And I believe the guy behind me just locked up and ran straight off the road again. Well, the other thing I'm trying to make a conscious effort to avoid as well in this race is, in fact, the slowdowns. You don't tend to get many 1Xs around Le Mans. You just seem to get a lot of slowdown penalties, which can do wonders for your SR, but can also be infuriating in its own special way, as they're 2x2 in front of me. Tempted to actually try and box and go for a bit of an undercut on a couple of cars in front of me there, as I just felt the front inside not wanting to rotate. And we almost paid the price there. Craig letting slide back through. Simone just in front there. Look how much they're all trying to break the slipstream. Don't believe it makes that much difference. As yeah, clearly Craig not interested in getting involved in that. Those shenanigans for all too long. But yeah, maybe to box the end of this lap so you can try and undercut these guys. So again, just you kind of get a little bit mesmerised down the straight. Oh no, this doesn't look good. Cars going 3 wide there on the exit of the final Mulsanne chicane. They could almost be 4 wide to make our way down this back straight. The Porsche's lost countless places. We might make it another one. Also try and get around the outside. But yeah, not confident involved in this little tussle. But we all, tell you what, we've all made it through very cleanly there. A 5-car battle that didn't end up in chaos in GTP cars on iRacing. That might never happen again. I mean, this battle is still going on though, as we make our way down in towards Indianapolis. This is what, you know, this is what you want from these kind of race cars. You can see, oh, Porsche had a look to the inside. We've definitely got the best seat in the house for all this, but making me very, very nervous nonetheless. But yeah, I think unless we see any of these guys try and gamble with an early pit stop, I reckon it might be the way to go. Try and get out of this traffic and potentially open up a bit of an opportunity later on. Definitely got better pull off that corner than the Porsche in front. I believe the Porsche is the slowest car this week down the straights, and we have made that very, very clear in that moment. We've still got Craig though, side by side just in front, and look at the closing speed we got, and nothing sensibly we can do with that. Don't want to risk it. Team suggesting pit window is open, which is good. Just kind of got to sit back in these moments and wait and see then what our others going to do at this point in the race. We got to go for it. Oh no, guy in front of me's box. That's not good. May as well stick with the plan. So we might get a penalty for that.
Pit lane speed limit is 6 km/h.
You get a 0x there. It's close. So yeah, definitely was braking a lot earlier than I was expecting him to into the pit lane, and it's those moments that can really cost you a lot of time. But yeah, we need to try and hope that we can get past Roger, because I definitely feel like we're quicker. Hope for a nice, clean, tidy stop. Yeah, we're going to be brimming the tank. Actually, I don't think... Yeah, we will be brimming the tank, won't we? So that's okay. I think we're putting tyres on as well, but that's not going to cost us any time. Those BMWs sound so cool. But yeah, we can only put 15.3 gallons in. Come on, let's go. Let's go racing. Got 8 laps worth of fuel, so it's definitely enough to see us to the end. But there we go, we've jumped Roger, which is fantastic, so won't have to deal with him being in the way. And now we've got to try and get an undercut on all those cars that were battling in front. Looks like a couple of others have also gone for it. Francesco, there you can just see in front of me, or Francesco even, as we make our way out of pit lane.
Masters is now in the lead.
Francesco into the pit lane then, but yeah, remember to use his first lap to build up some temperature in the tyres. Are we going to get an undercut though on anyone? Are we going to see any names we recognise? It looks like
P8.
Syed then into the pit lane. And no, we're not quite going to get the jump there. That's a real shame. We might be able to capitalise though by having some heat in the tyres, but a big wobble through turn 1 there. Just have to try and gather it up through the chicane. Let's see if we can try and punish him though. Oh, and it looks like now as well we get the fun of trying to deal with the GT3 cars. Not many in this split, luckily. I think we've only got 13 or 14 of them it was a very, very GTP heavy session. But yeah, now we're going to start seeing potentially cars working in each other's favour. See how quickly we rock up to the back of that Ferrari. But yeah, obviously with GT3 and GTP being the only classes at Le Mans next year, feels like, obviously, depending on what happens to the Le Mans licence, at least now we get what feels like a fairly modern grid on iRacing for the first time in a very, very long time there. As you can see, just getting a little bit caught out behind the Porsche. Gotta give him time though, gotta give him room to manoeuvre and do his thing. Gotta give those GT3 cars respect. We might get a little bit slowed down behind Kurt as well. See how much time we lost to Syed in front, as he's all going to go in side by side with the GT3. And hopefully we're going to be able to deal with both of these down this back straight then. Just make it very, very clear to Kurt where we're going. And hopefully he will respond in kind. And Cleaver as well, letting us by then, so only a few more seconds. I mean, you look at that, you think, wow, we've got 5 seconds for the next car. You're pretty much there immediately. Syed might get a little bit caught out down at Indianapolis, but I think we'll probably get the run on both these guys out of Arnage. Slowest corner on the lap really is a difficult one to try and get hooked up. Is Syed going to be able to get both of them? No, he's not. And that might allow us an opportunity just to gain a little bit more there. So GT3's giveth and GT3 cars taketh away. Oh, the Porsche curves are not going to be fun. Lamborghini trying to get a little bit of slipstream. We'll do him a favour. We'll help him out with a bit of tow. But yeah, GT3 cars through the Porsche curves was the one bit I was really, really not looking forward to. How is Syed going to deal with this? He's going to try and get around the outside there, but there's no room. Can we get around the pair of them? We'll do alright. We got a 4X. There was no contact. Don't know what that was about. Apologies to that Merc if we did collide with him, but I didn't feel anything. That's a really sloppy 4X to pick up then. Thought I gave him plenty of room. Maybe a bit of netcode. Here we go, more GT3 cars then getting in the way. Oh, that was so close to contact between Syed and the Ferrari. Got to try and switch, get under him off the corner.
Clear left.
And then as we make our way through, I believe, yeah, that's Tetra Rouge, isn't it?
15 minutes remaining.
Side of the Ferrari.
Let's take whatever chances we can.
Oh, it does get a little bit scary from time to time. We've only got one more of the GT3s though to deal with, and he's got a little bit of a lead over the rest of them. So hopefully down the second Mulsanne, that should be fairly simple to navigate there. But Pascal as well, he was right at the front of the order, according to my relative. So that potentially gives us a window that maybe we've jumped a few more cars in this race. We keep our fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens there. As you know, might not get close enough to Holger down this straight. Pascal certainly is. Don't know whether Syed is. Do like this, you know, the extra racing element of multi-class still. I feel like when everyone coordinates quite nicely, it does work rather well on iRacing. Let's see if we get a little bit caught out there in the process.
On your left.
Get around the outside of the BM, but you can see how well that's worked for me. I think definitely the lap traffic today has worked in my favour. Except for Arta there, who is still just 10 seconds up the road. Will we find a way around Saeed? Gaining on the car in front. Don't even know which car he's in. He's going to give me a window down the inside. I think it's a Cadillac. It sounds like a Cadillac. Side by side into Indianapolis.
Still there.
We will just about make it through there. Very, very brave move. But we are through. We're up another spot then. So I think we, you know, it wasn't like I flung the car in and wasn't going to give him any room on the outside if he did try and commit. But did wonder if just for a split second, if you try and have a look again, back down the inside through the second part of the complex. Again, we've got another GT3 to deal with. It's BMW. Hopefully we can try and get around them through the Porsche curves without losing too much time. So we'll tip the car in way too early. Oh, and that's the problem when you don't commit. When you kind of hover in the middle of the road, it really just compromises both the GT3 and the GTP driver. If he'd gone for the apex, then I would have sat back. Instead, we both kind of half-heartedly guess what the other is going to do. So it looks like most of the other cars have pit then, and we're almost into the top 10 here. Somehow now into 12th place. So I don't quite get not only how have we done that, but B, how have we done that with such a big gap. 11th is right there, though, with Pascal. I mean, we'll take it, but it's certainly odd. There feels something inherently wrong about a Porsche being so slow down the straights here at Le Mans. But I think Pascal might end up being a bit of a sitting duck here as we make our way down the second phase of the Mulsanne. Syed, though, certainly has not given up on this just yet. As you can see, we're gaining on that Porsche. Should be able to have a look to the inside there, making it nice and clear early on. It's not actually bad top end, but we do get down the inside. We'll complete the move quite cleanly, make sure we roll on the throttle on the exit, and maybe now with the slipstream, that Porsche is going to be able to give us a bit of a run for our money still. We'll definitely be giving him the slipstream, not the caddy there. Got to be quite strategic with it, and maybe leave them to go side by side down in towards Mulsanne corner. Car slowed down. Nope, Syed though, gonna go straight round him, and Karma's come back to bite me. As well pick up a 1x immediately. Syed might be able to get a run down the inside. That Porsche though again, just gonna get a little bit boxed. Oh, this is great racing here at Le Mans. I've got to give him plenty of space, plenty of room. Oh, don't make it 3 wide, Mr. Porsche. This is so scary. I think that cat is going to get clean in front though, which she will. Syed will complete the double overtake. Whoa! A little bit of a look there. Optimistic by Pascal as well. But we all just about survived that one. Oh no, Syed! Big wobble. Big mistake there down at Arnage. Could not get the car slowed down, and surely now it's basically going to be a carbon copy with the roles reversed. We had just a moment ago. Around the outside again. Oh, side by side into the Porsche curves. I'm nervous for this. Get down the inside though.
Still there.
Is he going to have the confidence? No, I think he could have got round the outside there if he wanted to. But this is brilliant racing here at Le Mans. Oh, someone's binned it. And that is Mike then out of the race. So that's going to promote us up to the top 10. Clearly not very happy about it. But yeah, Zoltan up the road has lost a lot of time as well. Maybe has picked up some damage. But drama continuing to rage on into the final 10 minutes. We've still got Syed applying pressure. But I feel like if I don't make any mistakes, we have got the pace to keep him at bay. That is definitely famous last words. Syed there. I think he broke himself slightly. Luckily, we just about avoided him, and he did a very good job there as well to not run into the back of me. But yeah, that was almost GG's to the pair of us. I'm looking at the gap to Zoltan, and it's still coming down there. Last time round, we went close to 3 seconds quicker, but we're only going to have one more lap after this one, and the gap is still 9 seconds to him in front, unless something happens, or we can find just a little bit more pace in the car. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have enough. Hopefully, we'll get some slipstream off this Lambo, though. Thank you. We'll take that. And we'll return the favour as well. But yeah, less than 5 minutes here from Le Mans. I'm, pretty happy. This race has really had it all. Ooh, someone else has clearly had an incident. Trevor there, losing bags of time as we head around this final lap here from Le Mans. No idea what he's done in that BMW, but he's trying to get out of the way. And will not get that thing slowed down at the end of the Mulsanne. So, yeah, not too sure what's gone on there, but we'll take another freebie. We will get ourselves up into P8 then. But final lap, I'm trying to chase a 26. Making our way then through the final corners. I believe it is going to be Owen that will take the win here today ahead of Tyler and Ole there. Trevor has gone right towards the end of this one, so no idea what happened there. But we're going to survive here at Le Mans, which I'm very happy with. And not only that, we're going to end up with a P9 finish there. Very, very happy, all things considered today. We will take that from the back of the grid, let's not forget. But yeah, let's go take a look at our final race results. Taking a look then at our final race results, we did gain 0.03 SR in the end, which, I'll be honest, I'm quite happy when it's always going the right way. Plus, we're now up to 2.12, which we absolutely love to see there. 45 iRating as well, continues to push us in the right direction there. And yeah, I mean, Owen, no instant points either. That really was a brilliant drive by him. Don't really think, I suppose, yeah, Philo as well. Picking up a 0x race when all is said and done as well there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon with more iRacing content. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise, and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.